Welcome to the Deal Analyzer demo. In this demo, I'll show you how to analyze your open rates list, the extra effort required to have a clean list, and how running the numbers before you start following up and why it's important. With the Deal Analyzer steps, you'll be able to see the ARV, rehab, comps, closing and holding costs, along with using the seller's debt amount to find your AB contract price, and then using ChatGPT and our built in offer calculator to find your BC contract price. Using the system correctly will allow you to find what deals are worth the follow up and how much you will actually make per deal. Let's get started. All right, cool. By now, you have already downloaded your open rates list from Mail Meteor. At this point, you're going to see how we use that same open rates list and start analyzing the deals and what information to focus on. Before you watch this demo, please be sure to watch the video demo titled Mail Meteor to give you a more better understanding of the next steps in this demo. That video will show you more information on how we scrub the list, organize the data, get it prepared for Mail Meteor campaigns before you could view your open rates. This demo is strictly going to show you how we use open rates list and continue to move it through our filter system and start evaluating those numbers. This will determine your BC contract price and profit fee. I'm going to be using Google Sheets to set up my list, ChatGPT to find my deal analyzer numbers, and my business website calculator to find the BC contract. So as you see here on the screen, I've already pulled in my open rates list, right? And you need to organize it because your open rates list is going to have a bunch of jumbled information that just doesn't make any sense. So be sure to organize it down to the primary categories, which would be first name, last name, property address, email address, and contact phone number. So sections highlighted A to E, highlighted in yellow, are the sections that come from your open rate list. Then moving forward, the additional sections that you'll need to add are highlighted in orange, as you can see here. The ones that are highlighted in orange would be simply like ownership, validating the ownership of the property, an alternative section if they have an alternative number after you do your research and find out the number that you called isn't working, and then you need to go to truepeoplesearch.com to find the alternative number to reach out to them. Include your auction date, your debt amount, exit strategy, ARV, 70% rule, because all deals that we analyze are based on the 70% rule. Rehab, then you'll have your section for holding and closing cost. Then you'll have a section for your AB contract price, and then your BC contract price. So basically what we're doing is we're going to be using ChatGPT and our website calculator in order to find the information that we're looking for. So all the other data that's here from ARV, 70% rule, rehab, holding closing cost is going to be pulled from ChatGPT. Then your BC contract price and your profit is going to be pulled using your website calculator. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a small demonstration here so that you can see what happens. So basically after you got your listing here, let's say we already know the auction date, right? You can immediately take this section here. Any amount that's in the debt amount section here automatically becomes your AB contract price. So all you're going to do now is go into your AB contract price and then write that exact number in. Now what we need to do in order to come up with our BC contract price, we need to pull in some numbers. So those numbers that we need to pull in is going to be the ARV, figuring out the 70% rule, the rehab, and the holding and closing costs. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go back here. We're going to copy the address. And we're going to go right into ChatGPT. So now that we're in ChatGPT, this is a free link that I give to everybody when they first join into the community. So you get this as an email, you'll get the free deal analyzer link. If you haven't received it or don't know where that email is out, be sure to reach out to me and I'll send it to you again. But basically, you come into ChatGPT under the deal analyzer project setting, and then you're simply just type in the address. It's going to give you a whole bunch of relevant information that you could use in the future as a reference when talking to your buyer. But the basic information that we're looking for here is we're just looking for the ARV. We're looking for the rehab. You're going to get a breakdown of closing and holding costs, but we're only going to estimate the closing costs on this. All right, cool. So it broke down the deal breaker for this. So we got the full stats for it. So we're going to scroll through and we're going to look for ARV. So we have a recommended ARV here for 245,000. So we'll go back to our sheet. And then right here in this assumption right here, we'll go ahead and put the 245,000. Perfect. Then we're going to go back to ChatGPT. And now we're looking for the rehab costs. So did Lucy give you like 3 different estimates, but based on the market value, things that have been sold or listed within the last 6 months, it's going to give you a recommended underwriting value. So here it says 60,000. So what we're going to do is go back to our list. And we're going to put in 60,000. Cool. Now we're going to go back to ChatGPT. And then here you're going to get holding costs, 6-month project, and then you're also going to get closing cost. So the closing cost is going to give like the firm breakdown of like basically when you resell it with an agent and they're going to charge you commissions, all that stuff. So what we're looking for is we're looking for this right here. We're looking for the total holding cost, which is 11,000. So we're going to go back and we're going to put in that 11,000. Perfect. So now we already have all of our numbers that we need. So we got the ARV, we got the rehab, we got the holding costs. So now we just have to confirm the 70% rule here. So all we're going to do is we're simply going to use our calculator. We're going to do 245,000 times 70%. And that gives us 171,500. Cool. So now moving forward, we're just going to check our math here, right? So now we're going to go into our website calculator and we're going to type in these assumptions: 245 for the ARV, 60K for the rehab, and $11,000 for the holding and closing cost, right? So we're going to go to our calculator on our website. We're going to go to the offer calculator. So this official offer calculator gets added to all of your business websites once I create those websites for you. So it's going to be added as an embed code, and then I'll share it with you, and then all you have to do is attach it to your website. So I'll go in here, 245,000. The 70% rules are already is already calculated into this calculator, so you don't have to account for that. You just have to put in these numbers. So the ARV plus 60K for rehab, and then it was 11K for the closing costs. So basically, our max contract price is 100,500. That's our BC contract price. So we're going to take that $100,500 and go back to our Google Sheets. $100,500. Cool. So now what we're looking for here is we're trying to look to see if there's a profit for us, right? So you could definitely see that now the BC contract price is higher than the person's debt on the AB contract price. So that's good for us. So now we just have to see exactly how much money we can make on this deal. So what we're simply going to do is we're just going to take that BC contract price of 100,500 minus the 61,802. Whoops. 100,500. Whoops. minus 61,802 equals 38,000. 38,698. And there you have it. That's how you analyze your deals. So all you're just basically going to do is you're going to keep repeating the process on each address. So it's not going to be a crazy list. It all depends on how many open rates you have. Depending on how many open rates you get, it could be like 10 properties, 20 properties, 30 properties, 40 properties, 50 properties. You're going to have to sit here and evaluate those just because you want to make sure the numbers are good, to see how much your profit is, to make sure the BC contract price is over the AB contract price, and being able to run all those properties through the deal analyzer to get the correct numbers that you're looking for. And that's it. That's how you analyze your open rates list from Mail Meteor. If you still need any help or assistance, feel free to reach out to me by texting or emailing the word help, and I'll follow up with you immediately. See you in the next video.